6-year-old Teek Mao has come along in leaps and bounds since accessing occupational therapy under the NDIS. He was diagnosed with nonverbal autism 4 years ago. It took more than a year to get access to the scheme, and his application was rejected twice. But for his mum, going to the doctor was the hardest step.
Back home, any person that has a disability is pretty much, most families disown them.
The Onzis are part of Adelaide's growing South Sudanese community.
Some people say, why don't I get a carer for him and let the carer look after him? Or why don't I give him to the government for the government to look after him? I'm like, why though? He's my child, why should I do that?
Support agencies say stigma is an issue in many migrant communities.
Having more workers get trained to service clients in these communities with the NDIS would help.
But that's easier said than done. Almost half of all Australians were born overseas or have a parent who was. By now, it was expected that 20% of NDIS participants would be culturally or linguistically diverse. But the actual figure is less than half that, and it's growing slowly. The federal government admits more work needs to be done to change that and plans to unveil a new strategy next year.
There are definitely people who should have an NDIS plan who don't, yes.
Myanmar refugee Kham Mung says he very nearly missed out. Arriving in Australia in 2018 after suffering a stroke, he was housebound for 2 years until a language interpreter helped him navigate the system.
Because I didn't know anything about the NDIS at the time and I didn't speak the language.
Interpreters should be engaged at every stage so that the people who are interacting with the systems are well informed and able to make an informed decision.
Now, Kham gets around with the help of a disability scooter and says having culturally appropriate care has changed his life. Sara, Tomevska, ABC News, Adelaide.